Hi everyone, welcome to Polly's Crochet Creations. I'm Tori, your hostess, and thank you for joining me. Today is February 6th, 2021. I want to start out with saying that today's video is going to be about a couple finished projects. Okay, hang on. Hi everyone, welcome to Polly's Crochet Creations. I'm Tori, your hostess. Today's video is going to be about some finished projects. I finished the baby blanket I was working on, and the baby blanket I used two different yarns. Well, actually 4 different yarns, but 3 of them are the same. The colors, the solid colors that I used in this baby blanket are robin's egg, rose, pink, and hot pink. I used the Barnett premium yarn. Okay, Barnett premium. The specs are medium 4 weight. Use a 5mm crochet hook or 5mm knitting needles. It is machine washable and dryable. And it's 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 198 grams, approximately 360 yards, and 329 meters. That's the specs. The other yarn that I use for this baby blanket is Big Scoop. I love this yarn. It reminds me of the Hobium yarn, the Lola Baby that I use a lot. The specs on this one are 10 ounces, 284 grams, 1,117 yards, 1,122 meters. It is 100% acrylic, and it is machine washable and dryable. Lightweight 3.75 knitting needles, and a 5mm crochet hook. It is made in Turkey. The Barnett yarn is also made in Turkey. The colorway for this is Tutti Frutti. I did the blanket in a similar manner of what Patsy from Patsy's Crochet did when she did her bunting bag, but I didn't do the bunting bag. I actually just did the blanket. I will insert a picture of what it looks like after I finish talking, before I upload the video. So that is the baby blanket that I made. And yes, it is too big to fit in the screen. I love the Tutti Frutti yarn, and it goes really good with the Barnett baby yarn, or the Barnett yarn. I started off with the traditional granny square, then I went into a solid granny square, and then I did my my shell stitch pico stitch border. Now I did the pico stitch in the corner, and I love this border because I pretty much use it on everything that I crochet. And I just threw a little bit of one border in with a little bit of another border to come up with this idea. So that is the baby blanket, which I've finished with my friend. I am going to include the labels so that she knows what it was made with. Okay, so that's the baby blanket that I made for my friend. Now everybody concentrates on the baby, which is fine. The birth of a baby is great, right? But a lot of the times the mother kind of gets left out, even though, you know, she's getting a lot of gifts for the baby. But I thought that it would be nice to make a gift not only for the baby, but for mom, because she's doing all the work, right? So I made a shawl for my friend. Now, the yarn that I used for the shawl is the Barnett Blankie. I used almost 2 balls for this shawl. This is what I had left. This is what I had left for the shawl. Now, that is the color of Leapfrog for the baby Barnett baby blankie. It is a medium 4 weight, 4mm crochet hook, 4mm knitting needles. I used a 5mm crochet hook because I wanted that drapiness for the shawl. It is machine washable, it is machine dryable for this yarn. I am including the labels for my friend so that she knows what each item is made of. And I just got the idea because it's just easier that way. This yarn is also made in made in China. This yarn is made in China. The Barnett Blankie is made in China. Okay. I also used Tribu. It's a Lion Brand yarn. The specs on this is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 241 yards, 220 meters. It is a lightweight 3. They say a 4mm crochet hook or a 4mm knitting needle. Again, like I said, I used a 5mm all the way through. It is machine washable on cool, but dry flat. So I'll get a card and leave that in the card. It is in the colorway mint and yellow is what I used. Now, the yellow, the mint, and then I combined the two closer to the bottom. So that is the second yarn that I used. The third yarn that I used is actually for the border. Okay, the border was made from dark sage. It is Caron Simply Soft from Yarn Inspirations. It is 100% acrylic, 6 ounces, 170 grams, 315 yards, or 288 meters. It is a medium 4 weight yarn, 5mm crochet hook, 5mm knitting needle, and it is machine washable and dryable. You don't bleach it, you don't iron it, and you don't dry clean it. Okay, this yarn here is made in, it says made in the USA, from imported fibers. The thing about this yarn, okay, I found it splits when you're working with it. So once I'm done this ball, I won't be getting that again because I found it splits too much. So you have to be careful if you're doing a border, you have to be very careful. So a big shout out to Debbie the Canadian Crocheter and Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. Jennifer showed us how to make the fudget shawl. This is what I made, the fudget shawl. She got it from Debbie the Canadian Crocheter. So I will insert a picture later. I'm going to take a picture of it after I show it, and I won't be able to fit it all in the video, but this is the fudget shawl that I made. Now, I made it long enough to drape over her shoulders, and I made it short enough that she could use it as a shawl scarf. So if you just kind of fold it over a little bit, I did a lot of back post to get this ridge, right? And then I love the combination color here of the green and yellow. So I did a row of yellow to kind of give it some contrast. Then I did the leapfrog. Then I did a green. Then I did the leapfrog. And then I did the combination of the green and the yellow. So this is the fudget shawl. Thank you so much, Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. My friend can, it's really cold right now here in Canada, so she could use it as a shawl scarf and keep herself nice and toasty warm. Anyway, so those are the couple finished projects that I've done. I'm going to be taking them to work tonight and giving them to her. I was hoping that I would have a card to give to her, but I guess a little note or letter would be okay. So, like I said, finished projects. And now I started a new craft. And I want to say to everyone out there who is starting a new craft, who is starting to learn how to knit, to learn how to crochet, to learn how to do beads, earrings, jewelry, whatever your craft may be, I want to say, first, when you start out, yes, it's going to be difficult because you're just learning, okay? Don't quit. Because your finished projects are, it's such a wonderful feeling when you finish a project, okay? Like I said, I started doing stitch markers. What? I get that off of Mary from Wow Crochet. But yeah, I started making stitch markers, and I watched a lot of videos on how to make stitch markers before I even attempted to make stitch markers. So I'm going to show you 2 of the 7 finished stitch markers that I made. I am going to be making a few more because I have a couple parcels that I need to send out, and I'd like to include some stitch markers. Whether they get these ones or whether they get the other ones that I make up, it's going to be beautiful. So these are the ones that I made, and I think I'm going to keep them for myself. But these ones are the ones that I made. They are beautiful little owls. And the bottom thing says made with love. That's my first attempt on making stitch markers. So like I said, if you're starting out a new craft, don't quit and don't give up, because I know you can do it. You can get it. So to end this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter and Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. I keep wanting to say Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter, but that's not how she says it. So Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter and Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, thank you very much for showing us how to do the fudget shawl. I will definitely be making more. So thank you all for watching my video, And another shout out to Patsy from Patsy's Crochet, the lovely Patsy. Little update or tip, the parcel has left Calgary and is now heading to Lethbridge. So I will have that parcel on Monday, and I will be doing an unboxing on probably Monday night, because I'm off for all of next week for vacation. So I'm going to be doing a lot of crocheting, and I'm also going to be doing getting my yarn thing in the back foyer done, because I have a lot of stuff to give away to charity or whatever. So thank you very much for watching my video. You all have a great day, evening, weekend, night, wherever you may be. And keep on hooking. Keep on hooking. Thanks for watching. Bye.